Do you drink a drink while you're watching TV in the living room? Do you have anywhere to put that drink that you're drinking while you're watching TV in the living room? Well, in this video I'm going to show you how to fix a problem by making a coffee table on JarMade. So I have my cut list. I'm gonna measure everything and mark it, and then cut everything to the rough length that I need it to be, and we'll go from there. Alright, so after I marked all my pieces and labeled them, I took them over to the table saw to cut them all to length, and I set up a stop block for the repeating cuts so they were all the same length. I also decided to take off the round over from all the 2x4s by taking 1/8 of an inch off each side. That would just give me a cleaner look instead of the rounded edges the 2x4s come with. Alright, so these pieces right here are for these sides, and there's two on each side. And I don't want to use any screws this time around. I'm going to use traditional woodworking joinery to put this together. I'm trying not to use any screws at all. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and show you how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do half laps on all of these. If you don't know what a half lap joint is, basically where two pieces of wood have half of their material removed, so the boards fit together to make a joint that doesn't add any thickness. So here I'm basically using the boards themselves to mark my half laps, so I have the exact width of the boards. Once I had my half laps marked, I took it over to the table saw with a crosscut sled to remove the material. I don't have a dado stack, so I just used my regular blade and made multiple passes. Once I had everything cut to the right dimension or the right fit, I got my chisel to remove the saw marks left by the table saw blade. Alright, so I have everything mocked up, hauled up with the two clamps right now. Everything's lining up pretty good. I'm gonna glue the side pieces tonight or today right now, so they could dry overnight so I could get to work on them tomorrow. And I'm not gonna glue these in right now. I just wanted to test it out, but yeah, let's go ahead and do that before I run out of more light. Alright, so the legs are dry. I took them out of the clamps and they're pretty solid. Next I'm going to sand them down, especially the inside, because I won't be able to do that once I assemble the rest of the table and put the little design in here. So me and my buddy are going to start sanding these down. I got a design update for you guys. I was gonna do the X. It's kind of the same thing everybody does, but then I saw something else on the internet and I kind of liked this, so I'm gonna do these two bars going at a diagonal, and I think it's gonna look better. I have these laid out where I need them to. I'm just gonna trace them with a pencil from underneath and go over to the miter saw and cut them out. Alright, hopefully you can see the new design here better. I have it clamped down right now. Right now I'm going to take them off and put glue and clamp back on. As you can see, I saved the off pieces when I cut it so I could clamp it back on. Be much easier. And like I said, I'm not using screws or nails or anything like that to put this table together. So only glue is going to hold this together and should be fine. It's not a structural piece, it's just for decoration. So. Alright, so I have my top ready to glue up, so let's go ahead and do it. so while the top is drying over there, I'm gonna cut the half laps on these. This is gonna be the bottom shelf. They're not gonna be upper like that. They're actually gonna be recessed into these right here. So I'll cut about an inch from this one and half inch on this. It'll make sense when I'm doing it. I'll show you guys. So I have my saw set up. Basically, I will grab my boards, put it on here, slide all the way to the right. Here is gonna hit my stop, which is gonna stop it right exactly where I need it to be. I'm gonna run the board this way, cut all the way through, switch it over, do the same thing all the way to the edge, run my board, and then do that to all 6 of them. After I do that, then I'll just take this off and just take off the rest of the material. Alright, so here you can see what I was talking about. This right here, this top piece is half an inch thick. So this bottom piece down here, I'm gonna cut half an inch down. So this top piece is flush with this. I thought about leaving it like this, but I think it would just look nicer if it's all flush. Alright, hopefully you guys can still see, but I have these mocked up. They're not glued in yet. They're just fitted in there. Now I'm gonna glue them up so they could dry overnight. I could keep going tomorrow. I'm just gonna take one out at a time and glue it and put it back on. If I can't pull them back out. Really good fit. Alright, so all the pieces for my base are sanded and they are ready to get assembled and stained. So before I do that, I'm going to work on the top, get this as flat as possible, and then I'll stain this as well, and then we're almost done. I'm gonna cut an inch off each side of my tabletop. It's gonna make it 23 inches. And that's gonna overlap or have like an inch overhang on the coffee table. I don't have clamps long enough to clamp this together while I'm gluing it, and my strap doesn't go all the way around. So what I came up with is I have this 2x4, it has holes on the sides here. So these little hooks would go there, and basically I'll just put the little hooks in there and clamp it up, and this should put pressure on the table. Hopefully good enough to hold it while the glue dries. And then for the top ones, or for the pressure going down and up, I'm just going to use my regular clamps. It's all glued up, it's ready to go. I'm gonna apply some pre-stain on it first so it doesn't give me like blotchy spots. And then I have this dark walnut stain that I'm gonna use to match the dining table we have in the kitchen. It's a present for my mom for her birthday, and that's what she wanted, that color. So, alright, the pre-stain is dried. I wiped off the excess. Now it's time to apply my dark walnut finish, and hopefully it comes out nice. Alright, all my pieces are ready for the polycrylic. I'm just going to give it a protective finish that it needs for a coffee table. Not sure if you can hear me because of my neighbors. I don't know, they're grinding something, but I'm just gonna keep going. Alright, so it's been about 22 hours or so since I applied the polycrylic, and I have these tabletop fasteners which I'm going to use to attach the top and the base. So I gotta flip this over and screw them in.